On this video, I'm going to share with you the #1 best way to make money online in the year 2020 and beyond. Hey, what's up my friends? Nick Arapoulos here and welcome to today's video. I'm really excited to share this information with you guys because this is the stuff moving forward in the year 2020 and beyond that is going to be timeless, that is going to actually be the stuff that really works. You see so many stuff out there that is just kind of trendy and kind of what's working in the now. That is not what this video is about. I want to teach you the principles, and I want to teach you the strategies, and I want to teach you the models that are going to help you actually make money in this year, this upcoming year 2020 and beyond. Okay, so if you're with that, stick around all the way to the end of this video. We have a lot to share with you. Now, if you do end up enjoying this content and you have not seen us before, this is your first time here, make sure and subscribe to the channel. Make sure then share this with some friends because we need to get this kind of stuff into the hands of more people because there's so much garbage out there. There's so many people just doing these clickbaity YouTube videos just to get a bunch of views when they're just not strategies that actually work and they're not going to continue to work. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in to this video and share with you the information, and we're going to dive real deep in here and share with you all the step-by-step strategies on how you can make this successful. Okay, sound good? Let's jump in. All right guys, so what is this #1 best way to make money online in the year 2020? Well, that is generate customers. Okay, generate customers, and there's a lot of different ways on how you can do this, and I'm going to share with you the 3 models that I recommend, and I'm also going to share with you the step-by-step strategies in order to help you really understand how you're going to be able to generate more customers. Now again, that can kind of be connotated with sales, and there can be some bad connotation with sales, but if you do this right, it's very effortless, it's very seamless. In fact, we talked about the slippery slope method on this video, so if you have not watched that one already, make sure and do that right now and then come back to this video because that makes everything very congruent, very easy to start generating customers yourself. Okay, so let's talk about this and what are the models on how we want to do this, and we'll talk about the process on actually how to do that and how it's a lot easier than a lot of other people make it out to be. Okay, so let's talk about the models in terms of generating customers. So there's 3 that I recommend. This is the 3 that I start covering on a lot on my Customers on Demand coaching program. If you're not familiar with that and you're interested in the coaching program, put COD down below, Customers on Demand, and I'll get back with you and we can kind of share some information about that. We haven't fully launched that yet, but we're getting very close to launching it. We actually have 1 beta tester in, just signed up yesterday, but haven't really opened it up to the public. But yeah, if you guys are you're interested in that, then make sure and put a COD down below in the comments. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 different models that I certainly recommend and who they are for, who they're not for, you know, what's going to be the best model for you. So the first one is what we talk a lot about on this channel is affiliate marketing. Okay, that is selling other people's products for a percentage of the sale. Okay, so let's say you sell a particular product, let's say it has to do with cooking. Okay, let's just go with that. Again, it could be any specific niche. We'll talk about what niche is and how to really dial in your niche here at the end of this video. But let's say it's a cooking product, it's teaching people how to cook really well. Okay, so you could go out there and you could create a customer for this particular product and they will pay you a percentage of whatever that sale was. Say it's $100, they'll maybe pay you 40, 50 bucks. Okay, it's a good way to do it because that is something that you can do, especially when you're just starting out and you don't have to create the product, you have to create the marketing for it. You simply just have to generate a customer for that product and then you get paid a percentage of the sale. It's a really great way to go. That's what I've done for a long time. I've been doing that for years now, and that's how I've made a lot of my money online. But then you can transition to what is called info marketing, which is our next step. Okay, so number 2 is you can do info marketing, and this is what I recommend as well because on the previous video we made, this video right here, we talked about making money online, but also having that time freedom. And that's what all these models are gonna help you with. So if you have not watched that video yet, make sure to go do that now so kind of get an understanding on how to make money online, but also have time freedom, okay? So let's talk about info marketing. Basically what this is is it is a product. When I say product, it's an informational product that people can consume online. It can be an ebook, it can be a video course, it can be an audio course, it could be kind of a combination of all three of them. It really depends. Most of the time nowadays it is more so video because people just like video, but it's you create a product and it helps people, and therefore they will pay you to actually create that product. So instead of you being the affiliate, now you are the creator of the course. Now it's a little bit more work. You have to create the marketing, you actually have to create the product too, but therefore you don't have to split the commission with anybody else. And what you can do is you can kind of flip it with affiliate marketing, is that you can get other affiliates to create customers for you, and then you just pay them a percentage of the sale, okay? But if you are generating the customers yourself, then you keep 100% of the sale. So a lot of different ways on how you can go about that. Again, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this here on this video. But the third way that I strongly recommend is the consulting and coaching model. So instead of you just creating a course, a video course that people can log into a members area and just consume all the content themselves, what you can do is actually create a coaching program where you can do it one of two ways. You can actually do it kind of a hybrid way. We'll talk about mainly the first two ways, is one-on-one coaching and then group coaching. Now I recommend that you start out with one-on-one coaching, just because that's a little bit easier to get going, okay? Basically what you can do is, let's say for example, let's switch niches. Let's go with how to gain muscle with intermittent fasting. Okay, that's gonna be what we're gonna say. Let's say that is your expertise, how to gain muscle with intermittent fasting. So instead of you creating a course, a video membership course or an ebook or anything like that, where people just buy it and then they go consume the content, what you're doing is actually creating a one-on-one coaching program where you have dedicated time with that person to actually help them achieve their goals, okay? And the reason you would want to do this is because, one, you can charge a lot more for coaching. Typically, you are getting with a one-on-one coaching, you are getting on a phone or a Zoom call, and you're taking time out of your day to actually coach them and set up a game plan and set goals and keep them accountable. So it's a lot more value, but because of that, you're able to charge more. So instead of selling, your course for $97, $197, something like around there, you can charge your coaching from anywhere from $497 to $1,000 on a monthly basis. It really just depends on how much value and how much results you can actually get for your client. But the simple fact that you're taking time out of your day and you're keeping the person accountable and you're giving them assignments and you're just giving that personal one-on-one touch, you can charge a lot more for that. So that is what I strongly recommend. And when you create a customer like that, obviously, $500 to $1,000 on a monthly basis, like that can add up pretty quickly. You get 5 clients, all of a sudden you could be making upwards of $5,000 on a monthly basis. And all you have to do is take 5 hours out of your week to get on a coaching call with each of your clients. Not too bad, right? The second model that I would recommend with coaching and consulting would be group coaching. So if you start realizing that the word's starting to really get out about your coaching program, you're getting people a lot of results, instead of just taking time out of your day to coach one person for 1 hour a week, then what I would recommend is that you actually start doing group coaching. And you can get, instead of having those 5 people to do one-on-one coaching, you just say, hey, I want 5 people to do the group coaching, and we all take 1 hour a week and get on a coaching call, and you address everyone's issues, goals, aspirations, and you keep all of them accountable, and you do it all in the same time. And you can do this on places like Zoom, and you can just handle the group coaching all together, so it's much more leveraged. Typically you'll want to have like some type of members forum. You can do simply something as a Facebook group, but this is a lot more leveraged way. Now typically you can't charge as much for group coaching just because it's not as much as that one-on-one personal touch, but it's very leveraged. And think about that. You could do a group of 5, then you could do another group of 5, and you're spending 2 hours a week with 10 people instead of 10 hours a week with 10 people. It's very, very leveraged, okay? So those are the 3 ways, but it all comes down to generating customers. Affiliate marketing, it's a great way to get started, but obviously the way to actually make a lot of money with that is that you have to create a lot of customers with that, because you're just not making as much money per customer. The next model is info marketing. That's a great way to go. You can leverage other affiliates to generate customers for you, or when you generate the customers, then you are actually you're taking home the entire sale. And then the last one that I recommend is the coaching model, where you can charge a lot more. Obviously, you have to give away a little bit more of your time, but you can charge a lot more and you can create a sizable income very, very quickly. And when you have the one-on-one down to a T, then you can start leveraging group coaching to really leverage your time and energy. Okay, so those are 3 models. Obviously, it comes down to generating customers. No matter which model you choose, you have to generate customers. So how the heck do you actually generate customers? Well, we talked a lot about it on this video. So if you have not watched it, make sure and go do that now and then come back to this video. But I want to go a little bit more advanced here now. Okay, so the 2 big things that you have to master in order, if you really want to generate customers, is 2 different things that you have to master. Okay, you have to master getting the results for your customers. That's number 1. You have to. Okay, so again, if you are the person that is helping people gain muscle with intermittent fasting, then you have to get really, really good at that. And how do you get really good at that? Is that you're constantly researching it, you're constantly testing it, you're constantly helping your students, you're constantly getting them results, you're constantly learning the best strategies, you're constantly implementing them yourself, so you know what's working in now. You always have to do your research, you always have to study, read books, listen to YouTube videos, buy courses, go to events. Like, you have to constantly be learning, constantly be taking notes, and constantly taking action and applying this stuff, whether that's you, your coaching clients, your students, anything. You have to get very, very good at getting your students results. If you don't do that, you're simply not going to really be able to scale a business to really where you want it to go. Okay, so you have to get really good. You have to master your craft. That is number 1. Master your craft. Number 2, you have to master marketing. Marketing is just about getting your message out. So you might have the best business in the world, but if you don't know actually how to get that message out about your business, you're going to be struggling. Okay, you're not going to be able to actually attract clients in. Okay, it doesn't matter how good your program is, if you don't know how to consistently bring new people in, you don't really have a business, you have a hobby. And I know that kind of might be a little intense, but it's true. So you need to master marketing. You have to take the same approach to what you are doing with mastering your craft. Constantly be reading books about marketing, constantly be going to events, buying courses, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, learning all about that type of stuff. We obviously share a ton of stuff about marketing, and specifically social media marketing. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure and do that right now. Okay, you can click the button down below, and also make sure and hit that bell notification so it'll be updated when we come out with new content. Okay, so we now know generating customers is the number 1 best way to make money online in 2020 and beyond. Okay, we also know the 3 different models that work really well if you really want to leverage this model. We also know in order to generate customers, you have to get really good at your craft and you have to get really good at your marketing. Okay, we know all that. So let's talk about essential things that you need to have inside of your business to generate customers so that you can have the absolute best results. So we talked about a little bit about this already, but you need to have a niche. And basically what a niche is a group of people. Okay, you can't go out there and just say, hey, I'm going to generate customers for this electronic company, and then I'm this weight loss company, and then this Forex company. You can't have all that because there's going to be so much confusion. So you have to have your niche. You have to get dialed in on who you really want to help. Okay, do you want to help people lose weight? Do you want to help people make money in the Forex market? Do you want to help people with cooking? You have to get really dialed in on what you want to, the type of people that you want to help. Okay, so that is your niche. You have to get dialed on your niche. Now that we have our niche, now let's talk about what exactly we're doing with that niche. Okay, because a lot of people think, it's just all about driving traffic and generating customers. And of course, yes, you need to do that. But what is it that we're really doing? Well, we're helping people with a transformation. Now, I've obviously alluded to that a little bit here on this video, but the way that you can really describe this in terms of a transformation is you're taking your niche, the person that you want to help, from their current circumstance to their desired circumstance. So, we talked a little bit about before is like gaining weight with intermittent fasting. How you can really dial this in is that you can fill out this. I help blank with blank by blank. Okay, so for me, I help business owners and entrepreneurs generate customers with social media marketing. That's mine. Another one could be I help skinny men gain muscle through intermittent fasting, or I help women lose weight with the keto diet. You get what I'm saying here? And again, you're constantly refining this based on like when you're constantly researching, you're constantly honing your craft, but you have to get your messaging down, and that's really what it is about. Your message is, I help blank with blank by blank. I know this is getting a little bit more advanced, but this is the stuff that really is the game changer, okay? So get dialed in on who you want to help and get dialed in on how you're helping them, okay? You have to have a niche. You have to get dialed in on who you're really serving and how you're helping them transform from their current circumstance to their desired circumstance. So I know this video was a little bit more advanced than some of the other ones that I've done, but I really wanted to dial into some of the nitty-gritty details on here and some of the stuff that we go into my coaching program. So again, if you guys are interested in the coaching program, getting a little bit more dialed in on all this stuff so you can really take 2020 by storm, make sure and put a COD down in the comments down below. I really appreciate you guys' time. Let's talk about this. Let's give a little recap here, okay? First thing that you absolutely must do in order to best way to make money online in 2020 is generate customers. You have to be able to generate customers. And again, I talked about affiliate marketing, info marketing, and coaching consulting because I think those are the best ways to not only make money but have time freedom. But you can generate customers for anybody. You know, you can generate customers that have a physical product. Maybe it's a service-based business or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. I just personally like those three, okay? That's what I recommend, especially if you want time freedom, okay? Not to say that you can't do physical products or anything like that. It's just those are kind of my realms that I like to do, that I've been doing for a while, okay? And in order to generate customers, you have to get really good at your craft and you have to get really good at your marketing. If you don't have those two things consistently, you keep on innovating and improving, you're gonna be left in the dust, okay? And then the other two things that you absolutely must have is you must have a niche, and then you must know how you're transforming people by filling out the statement, I help blank with blank by blank. If you have that dialed in, things become a lot easier. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I do appreciate your time. Again, make sure and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Make sure and share this with some friends. And let me know what you got most out of this video. I always like hearing the feedback on what is making this most sense to you guys. So yeah, let me know down below. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.